There's one thing that men really, really dislike about themselves, and it's probably the number one thing that they outwardly project onto women. And the thing that men do not like about themselves is the fact that most of them are a slave to their schmexual urges. A lot of men really, really dislike the fact that they just have all of these urges and there's really nothing that they can do about it because of how much testosterone they have. Men have about 16 times the amount of testosterone that women do. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because as a bodybuilder, I don't compete anymore, but I still lift. I know all about the hormones that you have to take. Okay, I've taken a few of them to be able to grow, and although I didn't take testosterone directly, I took things that would help increase your testosterone. That way, you could build muscle easier because testosterone is. That's the reason why men have the mass that they do, the muscle mass that they do, is because of testosterone. And let me tell you, the slight increase that I had in testosterone, I was a lot more aggressive and I definitely had a lot more schmexual urges, okay? And like I said before, they have 16 times more than we do as women. So these men really are not lying to you when they're telling you that they can't control themselves, because honestly it's a lot that they're fighting. It is a lot that they're fighting when it comes to those types of urges. But going back to explaining why they don't like this about themselves is because they realize that that is a big distraction for them to be able to accomplish anything. The man is always going to be crippled by those urges, always. And this is why a lot of women are saying they live in the three lower chakras. They never can ascend because most of their energy center is in between their legs. They literally they're losing blood from their brain to supply the blood there. Okay. And so they're always going to be a slave to their urges, and they don't like this, and so they will project it on to us as women. And this is why men will always say they're looking for purity. They're looking for, okay, this is a contradiction because you're looking for a woman who has purity, but your main goal is to take down every woman in the bedroom. So you're just waiting for a woman out here to just not be taken out in the bedroom, but you're not even going to entertain her if she tells you that she is a virgin or if she's celibate or if she isn't having sex. Then to counter that, they will then, even if you tell them that you're celibate or you're abstinent, they will then try to manipulate you into believing, well, you gave it up once already, you should just be giving it up again. What difference does it make between you doing it then and now and not doing it anymore? Because that's where they live. They live in those three lower chakras, especially the root and the sacral chakra. So they don't have an understanding of energy flowing upward, like past their solar plexus. They don't understand that. And so this is why a lot of men, they have to resort to doing things like slut shaming. Like one gentleman, he commented on my one of my posts, and he's like, but the hookup culture in women being single mothers. Okay, here's the thing. You're complaining about this hookup culture and then women being single mothers, but I don't see men making videos about them becoming celibate like women are. So you're going to complain. You're going to complain about women wanting to have sex, but then you're also going to complain about them being celibate. Which one is it? Which one is it? Make up your mind on what you want. This is why it's a projection. They want to project the dislike that they have for their urges onto other women and try to blame us for being the ones who are just these horrible creatures who are just out here acting crazy. No. Hookup culture, at the end of the day, hookup culture that was sold to women through the patriarchy anyway, so that men could have more access to that, under the guise of feminism. That's what that was. But you can't complain about that being an issue when there's literally a market for it. There's OnlyFans, there's strip clubs, there's escorts, there's corn. The market is there because men need that. So you can't sit here and complain about women who are doing that when there's a market for it. There's only a supply if there's a demand. If there's no supply, then there's not going to be a demand. Men are the one that want it so badly due to their urges, due to their testosterone. Women have chosen to supply it, and a lot of the time women are coerced into supplying it. And so now that we've seen, and now that women have seen that they're not winning by doing that, women are just closing up shop altogether. And then you guys will complain about that and say, well, why aren't you guys giving it up? What's the big deal? What's the big issue? There's no winning with you all. There's just no winning.